Question number 146. Dialysing fluid lacks, and we know that in hemodialysis this dialysing fluid has same composition to blood plasma except nitrogenous wastes such as urea. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1, because this dialysing fluid lacks urea, whereas other options like glucose, water and sodium are present in dialysing fluid as well as in blood also. So the exchange of urea occurs because of this difference in the composition of dialysing fluid and the blood of the patient. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 147. Pneumotoxic center present in ponds is responsible for all except. So we have to find out that what among the given options is not performed by pneumotoxic center. So the first option given is alteration of respiratory rate, and this is performed by pneumotoxic center, so this cannot be a correct answer. The second option given is duration of inspiration, and yes, this pneumotoxic center can alter the duration of inspiration, so this cannot be a correct answer. The third option given is moderation of function of a respiratory rhythm center, and this is performed. A pneumotoxic center is responsible for the moderation of respiratory rhythm center function. So this cannot be a correct answer. Whereas the last option, that is direct stimulation of diaphragm, is not performed by pneumotoxic center. So this is a correct answer to our question, because the direct stimulation of diaphragm is performed by the respiratory rhythm center rather than the pneumotoxic center. This pneumotoxic center is also known as the switch off center of inspiration. This pneumotoxic center stimulates the neurons present in the neurons of expiratory center in the medulla, whereas this diaphragm is stimulated by the respiratory rhythm center in medulla. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 148. In case of injury, enzyme thrombokinase is responsible for, and we know that this enzyme thrombokinase helps in conversion of prothrombin, which is an inactive form, into thrombin, which is an active form, and it is this thrombin which will catalyze the reaction of conversion from fibrinogen, which is an inactive form, into fibrin, and this will lead to clotting. So among the given options, the correct answer for this question, that is enzyme thrombokinase, is responsible for the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. So option number 2 is the correct option. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option given is release of heparin from monocytes in blood, and this is an incorrect option, because first, heparin are released from basophils rather than monocytes, which are phagocytic cells, and secondly, this thrombokinase is not responsible for the release of heparin from these cells. The third option given is conversion of thrombin into prothrombin, and this is incorrect because this thrombokinase is responsible for the conversion of prothrombin into thrombin. So this cannot be a correct answer. Our last option is conversion of fibrinogen into fibrin, and this is an incorrect option because this reaction is performed by thrombin rather than thrombokinase. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 149. The function of renin in an infant is, and we know that this renin is secreted by JG cells in response to fall in GFR or fall in blood pressure or low BP. And when this JG cells releases renin, because this renin will help in the conversion of angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. That is that the function of renin is to convert angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option given is digestion of casein in milk, and this is an incorrect option because this is performed by an enzyme called renin and not by renin, which is a hormone. Option number 3 is vasodilation of blood vessels, and this is incorrect because this renin will help in conversion of angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1, and the next step is formation of angiotensin 2, which is a vasoconstrictor. So this renin doesn't perform the function of vasodilation of blood vessels. Our last option given is increased secretion of water, and this is incorrect because as we have already discussed that this renin is released in response to fall in GFR, and it doesn't lead to the increased secretion of water. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 150. Cell fragments required for blood clotting are derived from which cells of bone marrow? And we know that the cell fragments are known as what? The cell fragments are known as platelets. And these platelets are also known as thrombocytes. And now we need to find out that these platelets or thrombocytes are derived from which cells of bone marrow. And the correct answer for this question is option number 2, that is megakaryocytes. Because we already know that cell fragments are also known as platelets. So option number 1 cannot be a correct answer. Option number 3, thrombocytes are another name for platelets. So this cannot be a correct answer. And option number 4, leukocytes cannot be a correct answer because leukocytes are WBCs and they are not the progenitor cells for these cell fragments. It is the megakaryocyte, the large cells of bone marrow, which are responsible for the production of these cell fragments called platelets or thrombocytes. Because it is this megakaryocytes which divides to form these cell fragments lacking nucleus, also known as platelets or thrombocytes. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question.